Howdy everybody, it's Amy with Amy Sparkly Diamond Painting. How are you doing today? Today is Saturday, June something 19th, I think. And I have a product review package for you today. So I'm excited to get into this one because there are a couple things I really wanted to look at and do in here. So this came from GBFKE. So thank you, Nathan at GBFKE, for sending this product review package to me. Now, I placed this order on June 21st, and it arrived somewhere around July 7th. I've been sitting on it a bit too long, I'm afraid, but I got a little behind on things, so now I'm catching up. So again, this came from GBFKE, and the way GBFKE works is they give me a small budget and let me pick out what I want. So these are items that I have picked for myself. So let's take a look at what we have. And I am also trying out a new ring light and stand that I got from Amazon Prime Days. So I'm going to see how this goes as a different way to hold my phone camera and do the recording. So I have here a couple of canvases. And of course one of them is really big because I love the big ones. But I've also got a small cross stitch here that I'm going to show as well. So we'll start with the canvases, and we'll start with the smaller one here. This was a tough choice, and this one actually did come slightly open. So the packaging, I should say, was the typical thin bag packaging, and sometimes it's hard to tell where these come from because they come into the US and get relabeled, and so it actually said Capel, Texas there. So I had to look up and try to peek inside to see what company it came from or what was in there. But this was slightly open when I got it, but everything's in there. I think it just lost its sticky here. This canvas is just slightly bigger than the bag. So these do go through customs, and sometimes I do get packages in that look like they might have been slightly opened and peeked in. So I think that's what happened with this one. But everything arrived safe and sound. So I should recognize GBFKE. They have those numbers usually written on the outside bags of their canvases. So, ooh, this feels nice and soft. That's a slightly different feel than what I'm used to for canvases. But I love GBFKE because of the size of their canvases that you can buy for such a good deal. And this was a tough choice because there were several of these in the set. So this was called Stray Beach Bottle, and this is number 6 that I picked, but really I could go back and buy them all. But I wanted to see how one looked before I made any purchases of any others, because I probably will buy a set of a few of these. I'll put some of my own money into them because these look like really great bathroom decorations for a bathroom wall done in blue. I love to do shell themes in my bathrooms, and I think these would be great. So let's see, toolkit is always really good with GBFKE. They're a little bit higher end toolkit, so you get the pen already with the squishy on there, and then a multi-placer. That's about a 4 or 5 multi-placer. You get a larger multi-placer, lots of wax, a big tray, and tweezers, they're metal tweezers. They're not quite as sharp, but you don't really need sharp ones. So they work and do the job just great because I like to use tweezers for my AB drills, and sometimes any rhinestones as well, and special drills. So really nice toolkit with this one, but the canvas feels really nice. That's definitely something I noticed right away when I opened this. So it does have a legend on each side, but it is sideways, which they do some of the sideways ones to make them fit in the printer a little bit better for these bigger canvases. So the letters and everything, let me get rid of some of the glare on here. I'll pull back this a little bit so you can see here, hopefully. You can see the symbols there, so they are printed sideways on here, but that's typical, like I said, for the bigger canvases. So legend on 2 sides. Flatten this out. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. And we have 30 colors on this one. There you can see it's random letters, upper and lowercase, and various symbols there. But I think I picked this one because that looked like lavender. Well, not quite, maybe some sort of plant there with purple. It's one of my favorites, and I love the pearl string through there. But I thought these, I can't tell you the number of times I've put various bottles with sand and beach shells through the years in my bathroom, and I wish they looked as nice as this one does. I'm going to have to use this as an example to make my own real bathroom bottle display with shells and everything. But I do love the beach. I love the way the ocean waves are here behind the background, the big shells, and then just all the goodies in the bottles. So this does come already kitted up in baggies. And I was just double checking with my cheater glasses. These, oh, the glare is awful. With my light ring here. I wonder what happens. This is a new light ring, so we're gonna test this out here. Is that better? That's probably a lot better. So, yes, where was I? Drills. Square drills, pre-bagged. I have not taken a look inside, but let's take a look. But this is, I should probably also tell you the size. So these were 30 by 40s, I believe. Yes, says 30 by 40. And I'm looking over here to see if I have my tape measure here. And I do. So it is actually true to size. So that's what I thought. It looked pretty big. So that is 30 centimeters across just for the diamond painting area. So these are done true to size. And you can see lots and lots of drills with this one. Not only because it's 30 colors, but there are large bags here. That's the white background, and that's quite a bit of drills for what looks like not a whole lot of white. I guess there is some down here at the bottom as well. So I tend to pick paintings that don't have a whole lot of boring background, is what I call it. A lot of people like the plain backgrounds, and it's really good for just relaxing diamond painting. I tend to prefer a little more confetti and a little more complication in my paintings. So that looks like a big bag for what is there on the painting for the white colors. Then 3756 is kind of a bluish white, probably in the water as well as the sand. So we have several colors here where we don't have a whole lot of diamonds, but lots of the blues and purples and mauve colors that I was really going for with this project. So you can see here lots of that blue for the ocean, but a lot of the mauve and darker pink colors that really make it stand out against the rest of the background. I'm trying to find where I can put these drills back. My bag's sealed closed. There's the opening. Took me a second to find it. Some more blues and mauves. And some grays. This one's going to look really pretty. I might have to start this one right away to see how it's going to come out. Because what I've been doing this weekend is trying to work on a lot of smaller projects and get them out of the way. Of course, this isn't really that much of a smaller project. This is a pretty big project here. Drills look good. I've done several other GBFKE squares, and their squares are great. Never run into any trouble with trash or anything like that. So definitely some really nice beach colors here. The mauves and purples offsetting the really light colors of the sand. And like I said, good size painting. And a square for that matter. So this one was $7.50 right now as of today on their website. And I do have a discount code. It's Amy3. That'll get you an extra 3% off whatever sale they have going on. But Because this canvas is softer, it's not all folded up and munched quite like some of the others that I have seen. So this is easily ironable, but it's already laying very flat, even without ironing the back. So very happy with that one. So kind of wish I hadn't waited so long to get into this, but it's just been one of those weeks. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. And let's do the second diamond painting canvas, and then we'll end with the cross stitch. So this is kind of a nod towards the Summer with the Masters event going on. This is a Monet painting that I found. So no copyright issues, nothing like that with these famous artist works. So if you're wondering about shopping, well, I'm going to get the noise out of the way first and then I'll continue. If you're worried about shopping at a budget-friendly site but you don't want to get any stolen art, look for Old Masters artwork or AI art. There's plenty out there. So even though some of these companies may sell some paintings that you shouldn't maybe buy if you don't want to get stolen artwork, there are still plenty of options on these budget-friendly sites that are not considered stolen artwork. And this is one of them because this is, like I said, an Old Masters Monet painting. But look at the colors on that one. So this is, let's see here, 40 by 40. And as you can probably tell from my other one of the reasons I love GBFKE is it's right at 39.5. And that's, there we go. Yep. So it is very close to true to size. But this one is full of that watercolor look where every color kind of blends into the next there. Very, very nice. And here is the original image, if you can see that. And this one also has 30 colors, letters, symbols, upper and lowercase. But I love canvases that have that blended look to them, more like a watercolor type painting. So this one looks really, really nice. So I can read all the symbols very clearly, other than the glare there. It's also late afternoon, so some of the sun is coming through the window here. But look at those symbols, very easy to read. But it looks like I'm not seeing any issue with like digital or unnecessary confetti. What I'm seeing is all the blending from one to the other. Like there may have been some hand rendering on this one. The bridge there shows up very clearly, but I just love all the muted colors on this. So again, the fancier toolkit with the good pens with the multi-placers, lots of wax, tweezers, and the bigger, I keep saying boat, but that's tray, boat, whichever you prefer. And I believe this is a round. Nope, I picked out another square. Yay! Sometimes in order to fit the bigger paintings under budget, you have to go with squares, or you have to go with rounds, because squares are a little bit more expensive because it takes more squares to fill up the same size. But this is another square, and I'll tell you right now, $8.59 for this as of today on their website. So really good deal for a large square painting, because this is true to size, 40 by 40, and really, really nice one here. So I do highly recommend GBFKE. I've placed some of my own orders, and I've done unboxings of those. I'm not just saying that because they sent me PR packages. They are actually a very good quality. Their canvas lays flat easily, very soft, very easy to work from. Their symbols are clear, and they are true to size, and they're just better quality, I think, than some of the other budget-friendly kits out there. I've actually just about stopped ordering any diamond paintings on Temu because I'm so much happier with the ones that I'm getting from these other online companies. So definitely better quality and bigger sizes than on Temu. There's nothing wrong with ordering on Temu. I prefer ordering from these companies now that I've found them all. So what do we have here for the colors? Here you can see a lot of good sparkle there on their drills. 814, here's a little bit of blue. There's some nice green. A lot of jewel tone colors on this one. This is, yeah, 934. Trying to see these numbers without my cheaters. 931. There's some brown, some tan. I'll quit reading off the numbers to you and let you read them yourself if you're curious. There's kind of an olive brown, lighter brown, some reds and yellows. These colors are going to look really nice together on this painting. Boy, I want to start them both. Normally I try to end my review videos or my unboxing videos with a completion, but in this case I bought big things, so I probably can't do them in like a few hours or a day. I really want to get this video up, so I'm not going to do a completion with this one right now. But like I said, this weekend has been me trying to finish up a bunch of smaller things and move them out of the way because I have so many that I want to do. There is, I thought that might be, my glasses were actually stuck in my hair. There we go. Okay, that is 310. My eyes have been really rough this past week with a lot of blurriness and stuff, so I do need my cheater glasses to read any numbers. So those are the rest of the colors. So lots of, spread them out where you can see them. Lots of jewel tones. Oh. Mauves, grays, pinks, blues, but a little bit darker colors than the beach bottle scene. But really looking forward to doing this one too. So like I said, just because it's a budget-friendly company doesn't mean that you can't find really good paintings of artwork that doesn't violate any licensing issues or anything. So this is, again, Monet's Lotus Pond for $8.59 for a square 40 by 40. Really good deal on that one as well. So let me put that there. Oh, my puppies are gonna argue a little bit. Mocha, 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 come here. So we have the two there, and then come here, Mocha. Last but not least, come here. Okay, there we go. My dog likes to bug my little chihuahua at times. So we have a cross-stitch kit here. This is a Joy Sunday cross-stitch kit, and I've been trying to do a little bit more stamped cross-stitch mixed in with my diamond painting because I can sit and work on them on the couch. Come here, Mocha. Sorry about that. It's just a doggy day. And these cross-stitch kits are really good price for what you get. And they do last, obviously, longer than diamond painting because it does take a little bit more work to do a cross on a cross-stitch than it does to stick a row of diamonds down. So there we go. So this is stamped, but this ink washes out after you're done. So you have the grid lines there, and you have the key around the side, and that's definitely very big for those of us that have eye issues. This is 11 count, which means 11 squares per inch, and diamond paintings fall really close to a 10 count. So this is about the same size that a diamond painting would be. So this is what the canvas looks like. Very soft, and they are stamped, and looking at how this is stamped, it looks very easy to read all the different colors. So sometimes some of the companies, not Joy Sunday, I've never had trouble with Joy Sunday, but there are a couple of the more budget-friendly cross-stitch companies where the ink kind of runs a little bit, so it makes for a little bit harder time reading that, but this looks very clear. Very happy with being able to read all those, but it's hard to picture what the final picture is going to look like, because the colors are, it's even more striking than diamond painting canvases, where the colors are made so different in order to make them easier to see that you can't really see what the real picture is going to look like. So again, there's the real picture. So I like to do canning from time to time. And so this is a jar of lemons and cinnamon. Somebody was preserving those lemons, looks like. And another good thing about these kits is you get the pattern. I don't want to show too much of the pattern here because they can be stolen and all that. But they give you a printed copy of the pattern. This one is true color here for this printed copy. So if there are things you can't read on the canvas, then you can refer to the printed copy here to double check or make sure. I use it more for double checking a lot to make sure I'm on the right track with a certain color. So speaking of color, this one has 33 colors of full cross stitch and then 3 different colors of back stitch. So back stitch is the outlining that you can't do on diamond painting, that gives the little details to the different items in the picture there. So there are 3 different colors of back stitching. I actually enjoy the back stitching. That's these lines that show up here on the chart, because I like to finish the whole thing and it looks more like, you know, what a diamond painting would look like. And then when you start putting all those details with the back stitch, the picture really pops and comes to life. So that's always fun. It's sort of like finishing off a special drill painting with the coolest specialist drills on there. So let's take a look at the threads here. Look at those autumn colors there. So your threads come pre-sorted on these cards, and this one has enough colors that it took 2 cards here. So I'm going to leave them stuck together so I don't lose them. And then you have the needles with Joy Sunday attached in a little baggie here. Very good needles. So they also include DMC numbers. So one of the things you could do is also diamond paint from the chart and the DMC color numbers. However, as I mentioned before in my cross stitch conversions, you can't really do back stitch in diamond painting, so the end result looks a little bit different. My dog's really looking for attention today. So we have all these beautiful yellows and golds and rust colored. So definitely a very fall themed, I almost said painting, a very fall themed cross stitch, but it's a nice reasonable size, won't take too long. And I think they had a whole series of these as well with different fruits and other items to preserve. So this one, lemons cross stitch, was $6.52. So for a project of this size, 117 stitches by 87, and the background is not stitched, so it is a partial. But that was $6.52. And when you finish these, you have kind of some of the ink showing through. This is an 11 count, which means you use 3 of the 6 strands when you're cross stitching. But after you're done, some of that will look like it shows through, but you put this in lukewarm water for a little bit of time. They say 2 to 3 hours, but it's actually pretty fast, much faster than that. And all the ink is going to wash away, even the border and the grid lines, everything washes away, so that you are left with a picture that looks like that at the end. So that may be my evening project for this evening, is I'll get a little work done on this one, and that may be what I share here in the next couple days as my finish or review related to this package from GBFKE, because it will take me a little bit longer. I think I'm going to go for the beach bottle one first. So again, we have the Joy Sunday Lemons cross stitch for $6.52. We have the beach bottle number 6 here, squares, for $7.50. Really good deal on that one. And then Monet's Lotus Pond here for $8.59 for another square. So amazing stuff you can get at GBFKE for just a little bit of a small price. So I do have a discount code that's in addition to whatever discounts I already have going on, and it is Amy3. So I really recommend you check this company out, and you'll find all sorts of different things on here. Each company that I've been looking at seems to have their own little different way of doing things, their own little different twist on items in the store. So I think GBFK is probably one of the most different ones of all the ones that I review. So check them out if you get a chance, and I'll catch you next time.